What's up, everybody? Who's out there? What is going on? I've been starting some projects. I can't wait to get to y'all. It's gonna be fun. I wonder how the music comes through. Hope it's not rattling too much. Um, this is a track I actually did with my brother and a very close friend of mine. We did it uh, many years ago, and I thought it would fit with this time of season here that is Halloween. I wish it to be true that everybody out there had a good Halloween and enjoyed themselves. Did anybody get any tricks? Or did they get all treats? Kendra. My brother can really kick out a beat. I really enjoyed this tune. I still do. I want to eventually get all of my music that predated the 2000s, in the early 2000s. There's a lot that came out of that time period. Yeah, that was my track I wanted to share. We called that one Playing with the Dead. That's why I kind of thought it would be fitting for this time of season. It's kind of chill and kind of creepy. But yeah, getting very close. We have the first track of the new album of work, and I've just about got together the first song of the previous material. I'm going back and revisiting and trying to work out those songs and make better mixes. Just keep on trying to make it better. But yeah, I got some projects in the background that like I really want to see come through, working with some other creators. Um I enjoy crafting things with other people. Like that happens to be like one of my things that I'm fascinated with, really, is things being made and or growing. Like I enjoy botany and watching a plant go from a seed to a plant, and also taking some fruit and or vegetable from said plant. But just watching something go through that whole process, I've just always been fascinated with things like that. Even as well, like with decay too. Like, um, I don't know if any of y'all ever do this where you look at the bottoms of your shoes and watch the wear going on them. I mean, there's another purpose other than being fascinated with it, but you know, it's nice to make sure your soles on the bottom of your shoes are, not worn thin. Yeah, makes it easier for your feet to get poked. My goodness, that is a very displeasing feeling. But yeah, just gonna be hanging out here for the next hour. See if we can't pick up some comments and see if we can't get a good conversation going. But yeah, been enjoying making the songs that I've been working on here lately. I've come across a new method to mixing, and it's completely different than how I was doing everything before. And in a nutshell, I'm taking a single track and making several tracks that um, are copies of that one, and that really boosts the volume up. Like if you just take one track and put together a mix of just a group of instruments, only using one track from each instrument, then the signal is pretty weak. And that's one thing that uh with the Truth Claim songs, that after I got done making them all, I eventually got to listen to them in the car. And there was a time where I couldn't listen to the music that I had uploaded in my car. And then I made it to where I could, and I could really hear how low the volume was and how distant some of the instruments sounded. They really did not get uh, highlighted the way they should have. And I'm also going back and fixing some spots that um, where I had left out of out of tune guitars. Like I was very excited to make stuff and get it put up on YouTube, and I rushed a lot of my stuff just to get something put out. And um, I don't really regret it because I learned some valuable things along that way, and now I can craft an even better song. It, but yeah, layering and taking things and stacking them on top of them makes it very strong. Whoa, what's up, Randolph Richardson? Excellent. Godless Sewing is in the house too. What's up? What's up? Ah, thank you, Randolph. Thank you for the upvote. Thank you very much. I already put my thumbs up down there, and I am a habitual thumbs upper. Like, it's one of the first things I'm doing to y'all's videos whenever I go to view y'all's channels is putting them thumbs up. If I could give y'all two thumbs up along with my toes, I would do it. Um, y'all have entertained me and gave me food for thought many times. Both of y'all, Godless Sewing and Randolph. Yeah. So how's y'all's Halloween? Did y'all have a good Halloween? Did y'all get some tricks or treats? But yeah, just been hanging out, doing some hanging out. Um, Me and Kendra recently started playing the Wii U, uh, the Zombie U. There's a multiplayer in that one. That one's been pretty fun. I smoked a bunch and handed out candy. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. That sounds like a good night to me. Definitely. We watched a scary movie too. As a scary movie. It was a vampire movie. It was kind of silly. Oh, what was that? Mm. Actually, I've watched two vampire movies here recently. One of them was The Blood Red Sky, and that one is kind of like Snakes on a Plane. If you've ever watched Snakes on a Plane, but with vampires. Um, I think it was a little less ridiculous, even though vampires are complete fantasy. The Snakes on a Plane was so out there ridiculous, and probably made people totally, like, some people have, will watch movies and gain irrational fears against, animals and other creatures, and the way they made those snakes so vicious, that was uh that was something else. Like, I have memories of, like, a guy getting a snake latched onto his genitals. And I think even that the chick had the same issue. Let's see. Uh, Randolph is saying, I've been so busy lately and haven't had enough time to get online much in recent weeks. Yeah, likewise. I've been really getting into my projects as well. Like, there for like the past couple of months, I was really into crafting those songs. I wanted to make those jams. Those are helping us create even more music, basically. Godless Sewing saying, I've been making videos and avoiding the drama of the internet. Oh, and isn't there's some. If you want some, you can go get some out there in the internet. There's a lot of it out there. But the other good thing is too is there's a lot of space in the internet to where, it is avoidable to stay out of uh those heated moments, and things can get strange with some people. P.S. Lewis, hello. Hello, hello. Yeah. Doombird, look at the trees. Howdy, howdy. Yeah. But yeah. Um, what do I got to say? What do I got to say? I've been going over the idea of identity, the concept of identity, and I had a recent thought that occurred to me. Like, I realized that there's like not there's not a single word that I can um used to identify me and encapsulate, you know, everything about me. Like there's not one word that I can say that I get give to people. I don't know. It's something I never really, I don't know. It just didn't occur to me until here recently whenever I started thinking about the subject of identity. And like with my identity, um the first thing that I usually introduce myself people with is, you know, that I'm a recording artist, that I like to make music and stuff. I enjoy uh making audio stimulation. uh but that's only a small part of me. You know, I'm also, I identify as a father. I'm a mechanic. I'm a carpenter. I like building things, mechanics and things like that. That type of uh those type of trades intrigue me. And shit, that this place that we're staying in, this was all built by me basically. I did have a hand from um some of my family members who live with me, and but for a majority it was all me. And at the beginning I had one skill saw and one drill. At the very beginning, all this was put together with just some very basic tools. And so I get into crafting and building things. I identify with that, um, enjoying a passion in that kind of things. Scott Duke, hey, howdy, 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 howdy. Good to see you joining us. Excellent. Big Z, yes. What's up? Hello. We're just hanging out. Yeah, you got the live stream. Here it is. Yep. But yeah, I identify as a lot of different things, you know, like you know, I do identify as an atheist, and I'm pretty sure all of y'all in the chat, y'all know about that. That's, you know, no new news to y'all. And you know, like I identify as a humanist as well. Those principles that make up humanism, like those, like whenever I learned about those, I was like, well, I don't even have to learn how to be that way or act that way. You know, these are principles that I already really align with. So it wasn't like I had to become a humanist. I was one. Scott Duke, are you in the US? Have you voted? Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. I am a voter. Um, and I am in the US. I am in Texas. Whoa! Oh! Hey!
Mixie
Oh!
was asking me how I was doing, so I'm like, I'm doing good. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. I was literally just laying behind Tobin, being lazy. I'm just like, hey. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to interrupt for a minute.
Yeah, she's been slinging coffee all day. She was up early this morning, making coffee for everyone in Livingston. Yeah, lady. Yeah, if there is a female version of me, it is basically Kendra. We really align. There are some small differences here and there, but we really do align with a lot of our ideas and stuff. Oh, you're in Texas too, Scott? Awesome. Awesome. Heck yeah. Yeah. Um oh, you're up in Fort Worth. You're just north of me. I mean, I'm right in between Huntsville and Livingston. Um I'm right underneath you. Yeah, it is a small planet. And it is. It can be very mind blowing. You think you're never gonna see that person ever again. You never want to see them. And then 10, 15 years down the road, you're working at a job or you're visiting a friend, and then there pops up somebody that you may have wished you never seen again. And then, boop, hey, what the heck? It also can be a pleasant surprise, too, as well. We are within stalking distance. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Um yeah, we picked this spot um one to be more further off the coast cuz we're actually down originally we're from Seabrook, which is right there on the bay, um right in between Galveston and Houston. Um and we decided we wanted to live a little more further north, and I also wanted to be kind of like central. I want to be able to uh, go and tour the different cities and go jam out for some people. I wanted to make it easy to travel to different cities. We also got a little bit of property out west too, out in Hudspeth, where there's just about nothing almost. There is just about nothing. Big Z says it looks like snowing or maybe foggy outside your house. Yeah, it has been an overcast day, and it has been like the temperature has been dropping. Like, I really look forward to this time of the season. Whenever I was a kid, I was like all about summertime, but forget all of that now. Like, ugh, like I can't wait for summer to be over with. This is this is my season. This is where I like to be a little more outdoorsy and get outside more because that sun is brutal. And I've had some jobs where um that was like I had to be out in the sun on top of a roof, putting up sheets of metal or doing rooftops and stuff like that. Um and that can be brutal. Oh my goodness. I've had more than my fair share of being sunburned, and I really do not desire to ever be burned like that ever again. Those times were horrible. I remember as a kid, we would stand out in the baseball field, and I would be blistered the next day, and it was weird because we would like to sit there and peel each other's backs. Like that was like a pastime. Like I now I think it's like gross whenever I think back on it. I'm like, whoa, why? It was somewhat relieving, but yeah, we have a lake. We're like 2 miles from a lake, and that fog can roll in thick, thick. Like you can't see. I've had it to where I can't even see the neighbor across the street. Oh, let's show. You know what? Let's do this. Can I figure out? Can I give you a wrench, Scott? You need a wrench. Like, how do we do this? Let's. I know I have done it before. Add moderator. And who else? Who else needs a wrench? Look at the trees.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't have you with a wrench either. Oh, and Randolph Richardson also needs a wrench. Wrenches all around. Let's get some wrenches out there. There you go. Yeah, we don't want them trolls coming up in here. I tell you what, there'll be if we get some trolls in here, uh at this point in time, it might be fun. It might be fun to toy with them. I don't know if they would exactly expect walking into this group of personalities right here. Um, needs a wrench to the country. Yeah. Yeah, there are many things that um I would like to see our country get fixed. Big Z, let's all give each other a timeout to celebrate. That's awesome. Ah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah. Uh, really, I've had my mind on the projects I've got going on so much. I really haven't really been paying attention to any current events or any big things that have happened in the world today. I haven't really seen the news here lately. Oh, B.S. Lewis. Oh, how could I do that? Look, it, you need a wrench too. You need a wrench too. You totally deserve it as well. You guys can pick on me. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I've been kind of in the dark about like the social issues that have been going on. You're like Oprah with the wrenches. All the power. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh, I just had a little brain fart. It was like a little bubble started working up like somewhere right here in the back of my neck, and then just like kind of like went over my brain and went whoop, and kind of interrupted my thought process. You can't time out the mods. No. Uh, Damn, now what am I gonna do? Yeah. Yeah. I haven't I haven't been looking at the news here lately. Probably the most the news thing that I saw here lately is most recent thing. I watched a short segment on what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, and um all the issues that it's causing with all those people. Those people have like the ones who want to leave Russia have you know just a small like there's a couple of places, there's a couple of borders where they can leave, but that it is causing chaos for so many people. I have so much sympathy for those people. Like it would be devastating. Like if like right now, like you know, heavy gunfire and bombs were happening right around here, and it was like we have to leave. It would be devastating. Like to have to get up and go right here. We've invested so much time and money, blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, to like build what we do have, and um, and I'm pretty sure I would bet on it that there are people just like me in Russia and Ukraine who were striving to thrive, and you know that whole conflict started, and they're having to get up and leave their homes. Like, wow, like that would be that would be devastating. I think that is a great description of that. See, B.S. Lewis, somebody got a theist on here? Huh? Can we get a theist in here? Uh, Scott, the Fed raised the interest rate, didn't they? I'm not sure about that. And Scott also says North Korea fired off a bunch of test missiles. One landed in South Korea. See, there's a whole another conflict going on right now, and the world is just rife with conflict right now. Um, um, Haiti and um, Syria, or
Sudan.
Sudan.
Yeah.
There's another place that is just going through some very very bad growing pains. The GOP is talking about making Trump Speaker of the House if they win 5 more seats in the House of Representatives. Oh, uh, has he not done enough harm? Have enough? It that is mind-boggling. We we definitely have an uphill battle in American politics to um, start getting at least a more balanced um, representation of the different parties and the different groups of people that come together to make up the the government. Are you sure you even want to hear the news, Tobin? Um, I think it is important to hear the news. I do poke my head in, but I do know I've gotten to the point to where I know that at times I need to step back and get a breather and enjoy the things that I do enjoy, and not get too wrapped up into the news emotionally. Um, I know that for myself that I'm going to do my part, in voting and um, having good conversations with people in my offline life to, to try to, broaden people's horizons, especially people who are far right. I I I actually enjoy talking with people who are on the right. Big Z is asking, is that allowed to have Speaker of the House be someone who isn't elected to a seat? Mm. Like where I'm at with my knowledge of government, I have the basics of it, and the part that I'm most familiar about it um, is the issues that make up the divide of the right and left. Um, I don't know all the players. I don't know all the rules. Um, but my the last time I started educating myself in politics, my concern was learning about those issues, like where do I stand um in this mayhem of politics? Where do I actually, align myself with? And if you go and make a list of all the issues that are social issues that our government and our country deals with, I'm on the left. I check every box on the left. Um, it's just where I'm at right now with my knowledge of politics. Big Z's not an American, and yeah, you're up there in Canada, Big Z, right? And Scott Duke is saying many are saying not. I hope they would challenge it in the Supreme Court, but the dominance who dominates the Supreme Court. A Supreme Court is got a whole bunch of judges that are on the right that are yeah that is why we've had a change in the Roe versus Wade, and um, Big C saying, but I occasionally see signs of hope, like all the Trump judges that refused to rubber stamp his election fraud lawsuit. Yeah, Big Z saying, yes, I'm about 90 minutes east of Toronto. Oh, very cool. Heck yeah. I really do. I wish that I get to travel and journey out that way one day and make it up there. I've never been. The furthest north I have been has been Dallas, and that's as high up as I've gone. I've gone uh as far south as Monterrey, Mexico. I had a friend who lived down there, and we went to go see some family um that of a friend of mine. That was really cool. He woke me up um part of the way there, and I looked out the window, and it was just before sunrise. The sun wasn't completely up, and I looked out the window and I was like, those are some weird looking clouds. And he laughed at me and he was like, those aren't clouds, those are mountains. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, those are the tallest mountains I've ever seen, is making that travel down into Monterey. Has anyone seen Andy Hall on around the internet lately? The last time I saw Andy on the internet was uh, on Skeptic Haven. It was some weeks ago. It may have been a month ago. I think Wes may have put out a short clip of the Skeptic Haven here recently, like a day or two ago, that has Andy Hall. But if you want to get your Andy Hall fix, only Sky, only Sky. Uh, he's writing it. You get a post from there, and you can catch his satire over there. Big C on OnlyFans. ah, Kendra, yeah, Kendra's been all the way up in Alaska. She lived in Alaska for a bit of time. That there's another part of the world that I would definitely like to visit. Yeah, only Sky, only Sky. Uh, but yeah, um, where was we going? Where's we going now? What am I gonna say next? Hmm, hmm. Yeah, Andy Hall on Skeptic Haven. 2 hours fresh. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, yeah. um, boy, there's another little brain fart right there. Whoop. I like that time to think of my words. I guess I should just like learn to grow a little more comfortable with my silence, because that means I'm thinking about what I'm saying. It's weird, like going live and being a part of panels and stuff like that. It to me like there's like this kind of anxiety. Like I I try not to leave dead air, and sometimes I talk over people, and I don't mean to interrupt them when they're talking. That's like um one of the things I would like to get better about, like on these online interactions, is that whole timing and letting someone finish their thought completely before jumping in. And like that whole ethics, I would like to get better at how I stream and interact with others. Big Z says, I have a funny story. I went to my optometrist yesterday. They had a long intake form, so I messed with it. They asked to describe my job. I input writer slash pornographer. Yeah, I bet that makes some people kind of can make some people uncomfortable. Like, oh, well, who am I dealing with? BS. It's hard for me to stream without a guest or review video with a review video or something. Yeah, something to kind of interact with. Yeah. Um and thank y'all for joining me, cuz that basically is my plan for Wednesday, is to hang out and to interact with y'all, like to get to catch up with y'all and see. what y'all think, and look at the trees. I get that way too. We'll get an idea, and I get scared. I'm going to forget, so I blurt it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It definitely is. It definitely a skill to be able to go up to complete strangers or to go perform live, um, to give talks at places. Um, I think one reason why I'm comfortable, I'm not saying I'm good at it. I'm just saying that I'm comfortable just getting out there and talking to people because I got raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and they stick you out there. They put you out there, and like even like besides the door to door things, um, when you get old enough and you can read and do your own studies, uh, they have a point in time in which uh, part of the congregation will go to a back room, and the adults bring their children, and they get the children to do a sermon, and uh, they kind of start you out pretty young. I would say I was like anywhere from 6 to 10 years of age when they started doing that. And I eventually got to the point to where I actually stood on the main stage, and uh, they would give me a Bible verse to, or a Bible chapter to learn about, and go up there and give a sermon and talk to people. So I'm comfortable uh, doing impromptus or just getting out there and talking with people. I've had doors slammed in my face and stuff like that, and it doesn't really affect my mood. I just keep on going, keep on trucking. Let's see. Yeah. Um, but I'd like to get better at that, and be a part of panels. I enjoy that. It's just a good way to pass time, and it's so much more. Like I hold so much more value to those interactions, like much more than like movies and stuff. Um, I will sit down to watch movies, but I I would say I would enjoy more like hanging out with people and getting some one-on-one feedback with people that um, that piques my interest more. And a lot of times, like within our online community that most of us interact with, um, you know, we talk about really good subjects, and it's something of substance. It's not, um, a lot of it's, good talk, good talk. Yeah, yeah, good subjects and stuff. I'd rather get information and have like real moments with people than just like zoning out. Although it is very nice at times to just like turn off the old brain and let the a movie play and let it take your imagination to where the producer wants to take you. But yeah, I wonder how my stream is going to be from different from the last one. Last one choppy, and it was strange because I actually had the ether cable plugged in, and to my disappointment, I got cut off. I actually sat here and talked for over 20 minutes before I really realized John Hudson had messaged me and was like, "Hey, what happened to the stream?" And I went back and I watched it and I was like, "Oh man, it was really choppy." So far, it's been very smooth for me. Only buffered me once. That's awesome, Scott. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, like we pay for good internet service. We pay for the big bundle. You know, it should work most of the time. Whenever I go live, in my opinion, I would really appreciate if the company that was providing me this stuff would give me a good connection. Uh, that would be awesome. Because if it gets too laggy and stuff like that, I don't know. And they're slow about it. Like we ordered it, and it took them over a month. It took a long time. Like we gave them money and waited for like a month or more before we actually got turned on. Did I ever convert anyone while door knocking? I don't think I did. I really don't think I did. And a lot of the times, I think they use us young kids to, uh, like they're like, oh, we're teaching you a good thing, which it may be good, to be a good thing to be able to walk up and talk to people, to get comfortable with that. But in the fashion that they do it, I don't. It is questionable, definitely. Um, but I think they would use us kids to basically get people's attention and get people to actually talk to us, and then the adults would take over the conversation. Basically, I would just hand them the awake and the watchtower and be like, have you heard of Jesus? uh, but yeah, I don't think I ever talked any of anybody into the Jehovah's Witness, thankfully. Now I will talk to Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons too, because I actually have family that are Mormons as well, and I even went to the little Sunday school classes that the Mormons have. I'm not sure if they call it Sunday school, but um, they their church. We would whenever I went to church with them, we would go and sit in a room with all the other kids, and there'd be like an adult or two, and um, they would talk to us, and that's how that differed from those two churches. But I will, like, if I have them come talk to me, I will open up to them, and I'll be friendly. I'm trying to get them to talk, and I've even had some that would come back and have return visits, and good conversations. Yeah, it's harder to slam the door on a kid, but you know what? Some people will. I remember for sure. I remember a person who seemed very grumpy when he opened up the door. we definitely seemed like we were interrupting something he had going on, and he had no concern in slamming the door on us. Like startling, like whoa. I, it definitely made me start thinking about things like, wow, why are some people like that? Why don't they want to listen to me? Why don't they want to hear me talk about Jesus to them? I don't know. Hmm. Yeah. But yeah. Heck yeah. All right. Y'all um really thank y'all for coming and hanging out with me and talking with me. Scott says I never slam, but I do close abruptly sometimes. Stop. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging me out for a chat, and I'll be back next Wednesday. I'm gonna be doing these uh for the foreseeable future until um I have the next block of music and videos that I'm going to share. Um I'm going to take my time with these and allow stages of growth to the next content that I'm going to be putting out, as far as like whenever I'm talking about like music videos and things like that. Um going to put a bit more effort into it than I have in the past, and present a block of music, an album's worth of music. Yeah. All at one time. Boom. But yeah, um thank y'all. Um I enjoyed the conversation, and I wish it's true that we all get to hang out again next week. I'll be back here Wednesday, sometime in the afternoon area, the early to late afternoon area. Y'all have a good day. World peace. Peace, peace.